third largest stockpile of nuclear weapons and the world's second largest navy, China's military remains one of the most formidable forces on the planet. With their impressive military budget, they spare no expense in their technological advancements and innovations. This explains their recent development, a subsonic stealth strategic bomber designed by their Army Air Force. Join us as we delve into the new expensive space bomber that shocked the world. The long rivalry between China and the United States vying for world supremacy is no longer news. While both are influential in their own right, their complex interactions have to a large extent shaped the dynamics of international relations of the 21st century. Since the first hint of the United States strategic bomber, the B-21 Raider, a part of the Long-Range Strike Bomber program, army bodies around the world eagerly began a silent yet fierce competition amongst themselves to have the most advanced weaponry, China inclusive. China's own invention was first revealed in September 2016 by General Ma Xiaotian of the People's Liberation Army Air Force. He announced during the Air Force's Open Day that China was developing a new type of long-range bomber. It was radio silence after that until 2018, when a Chinese military spokesperson confirmed that development was underway. The Xi'an H-20 is the first customized strategic bomber developed by China. It is a subsonic stealth bomber design referred to as a strategic project by the People's Liberation Army. This new aircraft threatens the balance of world power because, until now, the United States was the only nation to operate such an expensive strategic stealth bomber fleet, the B-21, until the revealed video showing the H-20 prototype. It is believed to be unstoppable as air defenses, missiles, and even laser guns can't stand against it. This powerful force is speculated to have capabilities that can outperform any enemy, with the potential to flip vehicles over with a simple single shockwave. Its carpet bombing can completely destroy and lay flat an entire city and launch a nuclear strike to just about anywhere in the world. The specifications of this new aircraft have remained a mystery, carefully hidden from inquiring eyes. However, through the years, multiple models and computer-generated pictures have surfaced on the internet, and some were published by magazines run by China's defense companies. Most recently, insider information has been leaked online. This has given an actual image of what the aircraft looks like. Without the information, an enemy would have had this magnanimous bomber loaded with an advanced nuclear bomb hanging over its head and remained clueless until the damage was done. This new discovery puts a reasonable fear in the hearts of so many, especially enemies on the battlefield. Its bombing potential isn't the only feature that poses a huge threat, though. Even more special is its capability of carpet bombing. Through the use of a set of 12 cluster munitions, this super-powerful weapon can cover an area the size of several football fields with explosives that can achieve terrifying large-scale destruction. This method will not only shake the ground from the impact of the explosion, but invariably leave the enemy's technology in shambles, unable to counterattack. The Chinese went all out on this one as the internal compartments of this aircraft gave it a fair advantage of being able to carry long-range stealth missiles, very similar to the American Jason, as well as other powerful projectiles. As a matter of fact, it has unique anti-radar bombs with the capacity to detect the location of an enemy's radar and fly directly to the target at a supersonic speed, which is even more terrifying. This makes the powerful aircraft nearly impossible to shoot down, allowing it so much more capability. It also has highly developed and sophisticated defense systems that allow the H-20 to easily penetrate weak and rigid enemy air defenses, owing in part to its covert shape and ability to fly at 59,000 feet above ground. However, the contributions of its defense system can't be overemphasized. Aside from the H-20 stealth coating, another of its grand features is its unique laser countermeasure system. The developers were probably thinking to themselves about the possibility of making the heat go through the entire plane, and somehow they got it right, thwarting any hope their enemies had in mind to succeed. They thought about everything, making them many steps ahead, Laser strikes against the H-20 will be of no use, as the smart skin layered with an outstanding defense system simply disseminates the hit. Given all of these features, it is safe to question the overall safety of the world by its mere existence. Also, there are some speculations that perhaps it just might be mere fiction. China has not been one to be quiet about its ambitions given its history, so despite news of this new development, there's been no reported attack on the United States to date. This eerie silence raises not just concerns about its meaning, but also casts doubts on the true existence of H-20. In the past, China has been known to copy technology and designs from the United States, such as the F-35 and the B-2. Hence, it comes as no surprise when the revealed features of the supposed H-20 aircraft turn out to be an almost replica of America's B-21 Raider. This reminds us of the 2014 cyber attack by Chinese-backed groups based in Canada, resulting in the theft of over 630,000 documents from U.S. companies, Lockheed Martin and Boeing, including digital files of technical specifications, project plans, and potentially sensitive blueprints related to defense and aviation technologies. The B-21 Raider was tested on November 10, 2023, while the Chinese H-20 is still just a prototype, although Chinese state media suggested in July 2022 that the H-20 was close to taking its inaugural flight. As there has been no confirmation from China of these speculations, it seems even more likely that the plane doesn't possess half its acclaimed capabilities. China has long since established an advantageous position for itself, as they don't invite foreign experts to assess its developments, so it's hard to tell what is real or not until proven to be true by China itself. Talk about suspense. The silence on their part has created a mystery around the H-20, creating the right atmosphere of fear before its actual reveal or the lack of it. Whatever the case, China is really making a statement with this antics. Despite the veil of secrecy, gaining inside information was easy, or perhaps it was leaked on purpose. However, a closer look at the purported photos of the aircraft shows notable differences. For instance, amongst so many photos that have been distributed online, the two most recent versions of the H-20 from this year aren't the same shape. Several recurring features on these models are noted by defense analysts, including cranked kite wings, foldable twin tail surfaces, and horizontal or V-shaped horizontal tail planes. With all of these speculations and terrifying specifications for an aircraft yet not seen, it would be careless and completely unwise to debunk all of these and only consider them with a pinch of salt as from past developments and achievements. It's not beyond them to accomplish a feat as the H-20. It would be really foolish to think that the H-20 doesn't exist at all. The recruitment of young soldiers for the aircraft launch by the Chinese military is even more incredible. Does this new recruit class have what it takes to take the copycat risk? China has a long history of making military aircraft, and its reputation in this area hasn't come out of nowhere. In the 1950s, they made the J-5, a fighter plane similar to the MiG-17. Over time, China continued to enhance its aviation capabilities, developing planes like the J-10 and J-20 fighters. In addition to strengthening and modernizing its military forces, China aims to establish an impregnable defense shield to safeguard its territory and effectively influence surrounding areas and the world at large. The making of long-range bombers fits with China's goals of being the world's leader. They have placed close attention on stealth technology, spending a lot to make planes like the Chengdu J-20, a super-secret fighter that's hard to see. This skill with stealth might just have hinted at future plans of making a stealth bomber. The Xi'an Aircraft Industrial Corporation and the 603 Aircraft Design Institute are big parts of China's aircraft building. They've helped make lots of military planes amidst roaming rumors of building a bomber someday since the 2000s, and China's silence has kept things a bit mysterious. If there is indeed a stealth bomber, as the people talk about, it would give China a big advantage. It would let them show power from afar and maybe get past really good defense systems. The H-20 stealth bomber is expected to use cruise missiles systematically, allowing it to go even farther during its missions. Unlike usual bombing trips that need to go back to base, cruise missiles can go on their own, so the bomber doesn't have to return the same way it came. This special ability makes the H-20 more flexible and lets it cover a larger area, following the successful strategy used by the American B-21 stealth bomber, which focuses on planning well and using cruise missiles wisely. If the H-20 uses cruise missiles as predicted, it could have a big impact, especially if there's talk of invading Taiwan. It could hit targets in Europe, Japan, Korea, the Philippines, Guam, and even the United States West Coast, depending on how far these cruise missiles can go. Mixing stealth and cruise missile technology, along with satellite guidance systems, makes the bomber very precise and effective. Also, this way of using cruise missiles supports China's goal of having a nuclear triad, which means they can launch nuclear weapons from land, sea, and air. Thinking about places called forward operating locations is crucial too, as they help the bomber be more flexible and strategic. Worthy of note is the nuclear triad of the H-20 stealth bomber. China, which used to be more focused on having a smaller number of nuclear weapons, especially those on land, has now created the H-20. This bomber is special because of its ability to carry and drop nuclear bombs at decisive choice locations, adding a fresh part to China's nuclear plan. The H-20 can effectively team up with land-based missiles, making the strategy more flexible. It can also join forces with submarines carrying missiles in the ocean, giving China more smart ways to use nuclear weapons. Certainly, the H-20 plays a crucial role in China's strategy to enhance its strength with nuclear weapons. It can operate independently or work together with missiles on land or at sea. This adds to China's safety and power, especially during security challenges. Think of it like having a strong and versatile team to protect the country. Placing the Xi'an H-20 side to side with the B-21 Raider, it still comparatively lags, beginning with the cost of developing the B-21 Raider, which can be measured in more than just millions of dollars, but also in the lives of engineers who have spent more than 30 years creating this modern-day wonder. Those who kick-started their careers with the B-21 Raider project at the age of 20 will have turned 50 by now, and during this time have managed to create not just a bomber, but a truly fantastic flying machine whose incredible power is obvious at first glance, such as the world has never seen. The B-21 Raider, which is a remarkable improvement from its predecessors, the B-1 Lancer and B-2 Spirit bombers, already has functioning secret bases. Created with the intent of destroying potential enemies of the United States, and topping the list is Russia and China. The crucial role of mission planning for stealth aircraft is particularly highlighted in the successful creation of the B-21 stealth bomber. Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Conant, the commander in charge of B-21, emphasizes that mission planning is considered the primary tactic that sets the B-21 apart from every other aircraft. This underlines the significance of how these advanced aircraft are employed, suggesting that effective planning plays a pivotal role in maximizing their capabilities and ensuring successful operations. As China is no simple adversary, tremendous effort was put into the creation of the B-21, so what we have now is accumulated years of diligent service and experiences along the way. Recognized as the first strategic bomber in over 30 years, a testament to America's enduring advantages in innovativeness and invention. Due to national security concerns, the specifications and capabilities of the B-21 Raider have been held close to heart. But what is known for a fact is that the jet is a strategic driving force that boasts sixth-generation technology and operation. With an advanced stealth feature, its radar profile is greatly minimized, enabling it to penetrate any airspace undetected, with long-range strike capabilities that allow precise target hits. Its payload includes several precision-guided ammunitions. The B-21 Raider is completely unmanned, and its modular design allows it the capacity to evolve to further future upgrading. This combination of stealth, range, sophisticated weapons and systems, and flexibility in an aircraft makes it a formidable force of technological dominance and operational superiority. All of this innovation raises an unsettling question. Is there a moral compass that guides technological advancements? Where do ethics stand in the creation of machines endowed with the capability to independently target and kill? The B-21 will become an integral part of a complex information system that possesses the capacity to skillfully collect and disseminate crucial data to friendly planes, satellites, radar installations, and even drones. Beyond its role as an offensive weapon with the capacity to neutralize targets within its operational range, the Raider's existence has been lent credibility by numerous test videos and eyewitness accounts affirming its tangible presence. China's announcement of the creation of a space laser was reported to be capable of delivering a devastating hit to any enemy defense by taking out approaching anti-missile systems before an imminent nuclear strike. This covert aircraft is a very powerful space laser that has the capacity to reach any point in the world. Its chaining system can efficiently overload missile defense systems with decoy signals generated by a concentrated plasma beam 75 times more powerful than the sun. The Chinese did a never-before-seen performance by testing their anti-satellite weapon against their own satellite. It was a clear demonstration of its power, and it brought into cognizance the fact that technological advancements were in the hands of the Chinese. As this was no small feat, it necessitated a secret meeting with the United States Secretary of Defense held at the Pentagon regarding China's latest space weaponry, particularly China's testing of its fractional orbital bombardment system known as FOBS. FOBS is a system designed to destroy potential strategic targets on the surface of the Earth, and these are no ordinary missiles, although they may look like them at first glance. It involved the launch of a nuclear warhead into a low Earth orbit, specifically the one for which this space laser was designed. The new system makes it impossible for us to determine the target's location because it's completely out of reach. There are deadly nuclear weapons that are impossible to detect hovering above us. One major drawback, however, is that it is not free of flaws. Experts, while observing the testing, noted that the warhead missed its unknown location by several dozen miles. This is no small error, and it spells looming disaster as an increased possibility of nuclear weapons being used, or any sudden change in their deployment may very well be viewed as a definite threat to peace, since nuclear weapons are destructive and ballistic missiles are swift. But all these claims seem a bit far-fetched, too good or fictitious to be true. After all, no one has actually claimed to have seen any evidence of such weapons, and in the same way that everything else China does sounds fake, so does its nuclear testing. Undoubtedly, a nuclear explosion wouldn't have gone unnoticed. Certainly, there would have been at least an eyewitness account. Perhaps the neighboring country's surveillance system developed a fault right about that time. Advanced spy drones, notwithstanding which are a thing now, have had the ability to detect anything, anywhere. These powerful drones are everywhere except for China, which apparently swears by air balloons as seen in the recent incident in Canada, where the military noticed and quickly shot down an unidentified flying object that was circling around Lake Huron. Not too long after the Canada incident, another strange spherical object was sighted in the sky over Alaska, hovering 4 miles from the town of Ambler, most likely headed from the coast straight through the Kobuk Valley National Park. It is believed that there's a secret United States military base somewhere in the mountainous area nearby. In response, the Pentagon immediately sent out a fighter jet to intercept the object and with one precise strike, successfully destroyed it. The United States government right away suspected and laid accusations against China of espionage, even though China resolutely refuted every claim and explained that the downed balloon was just a meteorological probe, and that may be true, as the object really does look like a probe. But a reconnaissance drone could certainly be disguised as such, especially since China has been caught spying on the United States multiple times in order to copy another Pentagon development. As appearances can be deceiving, China's ability to mimic, make bold statements, and intimidate with fighter jets raises questions about its true capabilities. The world watches with bated breath as we unravel the intricacies of global power dynamics, the interplay of technology, and the threat of military might. Thanks for watching. While you're still here, click on the link appearing on your screen to watch another of our interesting videos. See you there.